Alright, so hello everybody. It's been a while since the last video I made. Like, I think about a year actually. I don't know, I might be wrong on that. I'm too lazy to look, but anyways. If you don't remember who I am, I was the guy who did the Spell Hunter stuff in Classic WoW. But where I've been on retail, obviously. As you can see, I'm in Ashen right now. One of my favorite battlegrounds, controversial opinion. And I wanted to talk about Shadowlands and how I think about the game. Do I like it? Do I dislike it? Do I have any issues with it? How am I going to compare it to previous expansions? I'm going to try to make the video not too long because more people are interested in watching shorter videos, I guess, according to YouTube's algorithm, anyways. But I do want to say that first off, I really like that we're back to level 60. I think that is probably the best decision they could have did in all considering that the higher the level count was, the less likely you're going to recruit new people to want to come play because nobody's going to want to sit through all that. You know, if I first started the game, I probably would, but the majority of people, with the way everything is, they're not going to want to do it, and that's just how it is. So I do like that. The level squish has been great. It has caused a couple issues, but overall, I think it's been a success. You know, um, I do like Shadowlands as an expansion so far. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot to do, but I know that's not entirely true. There's a lot to do. And the reason why it doesn't feel like there is because it's very alt friendly. It's very easy to pick up an alt and you don't feel punished. And that's where people are kind of missing the point with it. Because the other expansions, including Battle for Azeroth, there was a lot of shit you had to log on and do every single day. You had to do it. Mostly you had to do it. This expansion, it's pretty relaxed in comparison. So people feel like there's not anything to do because they're not having a time crunch. It doesn't feel like a mobile game. You know what I mean? So it's understandable, I guess, but it's wrong. Like, you're wrong. There's plenty to fucking do. Like, I myself have. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to play one character this expansion, but then I decided, you know what, I'll play an alt. And I've actually leveled up 6 of my alts. One of them I'm almost there. But overall, I mean, it's been about like 6 alts, and each one of them is almost fully geared in honor gear from Battlegrounds. And I like that they brought back that you can upgrade your gear again. It's really fun. It's really nice. I'm currently still gearing up my Warlock right now, who I'm probably going to main because I really like all the special things I have on my Warlock, like the Black Harvest title I got whenever it was relevant, and the Green Fire when I got whenever that was relevant. I actually got that in Mist of Pandaria. A lot of Warlocks I see have it, don't even have this title. So I'm probably going to main my Warlock just because of it. Um, you know, like I like that you can craft legendaries. I think the Maw is interesting. I feel like they should probably only reward Stygia from Torghast. I think Torghast is fucking amazing. I think a lot of people are just tired of Torghast because they feel like they have to grind it every single character every single week, which you don't. Like, once you essentially make that first legendary, it's not really mandatory after that. Like, if you want to upgrade it, sure, but you know, Torghast with a group only takes about maybe 20 minutes a week. And people are acting like it's the end of the world having to do that, and it's really not. Like, even a bad group can clear, like, level 8. So I failed to see the issue with Torghast. Some of the classes do need to be fixed a little bit. Like, you know, I'm really loving Demonology, which I never thought I would because I've always been an Affliction Warlock, even when they were bad. But Demonology is pretty fun, and I'm really enjoying it right now. Like, it could be better, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of classes like Warriors were in a bad spot. I think Warriors are still in a bad spot. I haven't played mine in about a month. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, Castle Nathria, pretty fucking badass. I don't think a lot of people are giving it enough credit. Sire Nathrius, pretty cool. People had a big problem with covenants. I don't think covenants really fucking matter in the long run because you essentially have just one ability that's supposed to make or break your character, and you don't even click on it half the time because it's on like a 3 minute cooldown most of the time. So it's not really a big deal, dude. The PvP has been pretty fucking good, pretty solid for the most part. Um, I feel like you know, warlocks are a little squishy. Like, I die way too easy, especially to goddamn rogues. A rogue will pop up behind me, and I've already accepted my death. Like, they don't even have to hit me or stun me yet. I already know death is coming. But I kind of expect that from a warlock, or I'm sorry, from a rogue. So I'm not really tripping over that. um, the community it's as toxic as ever because everyone feels like they know what they're talking about when it comes to the longevity of this game, and the game's probably never gonna die. You always keep hearing like, "Oh, WoW's losing subs," which is it's a normal routine thing. People have too many games to play nowadays, and they don't seem to realize like that's actually a factor that plays in the active sub count. A lot of people play WoW until like the new release comes out for another game that they want to play, and then they kind of just put WoW on hold. They mostly come back. Like people come back to WoW all the time. I feel like the leveling has been pretty good with Shadowlands with the changes. You can do the Threads of Fate quest line once you get to level 50, and you could level up in probably a couple hours. Like I know it's been fast to speedrunners before, but I've never leveled up so fast, which is why I'm not really having an issue leveling. It's pretty chill, pretty relaxed. You just pop in a movie on like my other monitor, or just talk on the phone or Discord or whatever, and take care of it. I got my warlock leveled up pretty quickly, and all considering, since everything's like slow cast, but really not that bad, not tedious at all. I feel like the only real bad rep grind is the one in the mall because you have a time limit on how long you're allowed to be there to do things, but you only really get like a quest or what, like two or three quests maybe from her every single day, I think it is. Like I don't go to the mall every single day. I go to the mall like whenever I really feel like going to the mall. I do Torghast maybe once a week if I even do it. Like I'm not tripping on doing Torghast 24/7, but I do think Torghast is one of the cooler things that they've added to this game. Crafting legendaries has been really cool. I'm not really a big fan of everyone saying that you have to have certain ones for best in slot or you can't raid. Like that's stupid. Which is normally because of that is why I just stick with LFR. I'm doing really bad in this battleground, but that's just because I'm talking. So I promise you, I'm not the worst. The worst player you ever seen. But I do have fun with the game. Like I think I've never actually gotten bored with WoW, and I have been playing since like the last 6 weeks of Burning Crusade. That's when I started, and I have never really felt bored with WoW. I don't even really truly get angry about a lot of the stuff that they change in the game. I think a few times I've gotten angry is when they got rid of like tree form or druids because I was maining a resto druid at the time, or like destroying the hunter pet class. Like hunter pets do virtually no fucking damage now. It's kind of sad when a Felguard from a demonology warlock does literally like 3 times the damage that a hunter pet does. But little things like that irk me. I'm not upset that my class gets nerfed or anything like that because it's gonna happen. Nobody's class is gonna stay on top, and people act like, oh no, that has to be how it is. Like especially in Shadowlands, like if you get on the forums, like nobody is really talking positive about any of the class. Every single person says their class is broken in some way, but these are also the people that don't play in the top percentage of like anything. They're just like even more casual than me, and I play like 3 or 4 hours a day whenever I have time. Like there's really never a day that I don't play WoW, and I just typically BG or transmog run or talk to my friends because I always got people messaging me. So um, compared to the other expansions, this is definitely an improvement over Battle for Azeroth, which I feel like a lot of us already know that. And I really didn't care about BFA. Like, whenever I was playing BFA, and I took about a year off of retail WoW, which I've never done before. And it's not entirely because of Battle for Azeroth, but I was playing a lot of Classic. I think you might know that if you've been subscribed or if you do remember me. I was just playing a lot of Classic WoW, just doing my Spell Hunter meme or just talking about Survival Hunter because Survival Hunter was my favorite entire spec in the entire game back then. But I don't know, like BFA just I didn't realize there was an issue with it until I came to the realization that I was leveling up my 13th character. Like I just wouldn't do any dungeons, I wouldn't do anything with BFA content. I would just level my characters, get them to a certain point, and then I would just make another character and just start over. And once I came to the realization of what I was doing, that's when I realized that there was a problem with the expansion. On top of that, none of my friends were really playing at the time. Go figure. Warlords of Draenor, people bash on that one all the time. I would say Warlords is pretty bad, but I did like the Garrison at first. I still had a lot of friends I played with in BFA, or I'm sorry, Warlords of Draenor, so I'm not going to really drag it. I still say personally Legion was my favorite expansion. Cataclysm was great. Mist of Pandaria was amazing. Everyone shits on it, but I feel like, PvP was at its best during Mist of Pandaria. And whenever I do PvP, I'm not always going for like arena ratings or anything like that. I normally just like doing my random battlegrounds. Random battlegrounds have always been fun for me, and I'm really having a lot of fun with it in Shadowlands, especially when you can get the honor and you can upgrade your gear. Like, it's my favorite thing, which is probably why I keep making different characters. It's not so much as like I think the expansion's bad, which I don't. If I had to rate Shadowlands, I'd probably get it. So far from what we've seen, it could be subjected to change in the future. I mean, I guess we're never going to really know until we get to that point. But I would give it the expansion probably a solid 8 out of 10. Like, I really like it. I really like some of the stuff they've done. The Covenants have been really interesting. I do like that you constantly have to do like the renowned stuff to level up your experience with your Covenant. So you can unlock new stuff like transmog, which is really great because customization and features like that in this game has really been an improvement over just typical mount farming. Like, I'm not really a big fan of just constantly going after mounts, but I will say this: I've gotten the most mounts I've ever gotten in my life during Shadowlands. I don't know if they just upped the drop rate of everything, but since Shadowlands dropped, I've gotten about 60 mounts, and I'm pretty happy about that. So, but yeah, I might have missed a couple things. I don't really know. This video has already gone on way longer than I wanted it to. I don't really like rambling on like this for too long because I know people get bored. So, let me know what you think. If do you like Shadowlands? Do you dislike Shadowlands? Are you gonna listen to just Asmongold complain about everything because that's all he's known to do now. Is if it's not something he likes, the game is ruined. But I guess he's pretty much what the entire WoW community itself is. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and yeah, have a good night, guys.